The emergence of AI is a phenomenon that falls into the category of disruptive innovation. That's a term coined by Clayton Christensen and refers to innovations that start in simple applications at the bottom of a market and eventually overtake established competitors by addressing overlooked customer needs with more accessible or affordable solutions. Disruption. It's a word that carries a lot of weight, especially these days. When we hear it, we often think of something being destroyed, replaced, made irrelevant. But let's pause for a moment. Today, I want to take you on a short journey through the history of disruptive innovation. We will look at what really happens when new technologies emerge, and by the end, you might just see disruption a little differently. Let's rewind the clock. When photography was invented in 1822, people believed it would be the end of fine art. Who would pay for a painting when you can have a completely accurate image of reality? 200 years later, people continue to paint and buy art more than ever before. The value of painting was no longer chasing realistic visualization. It became a door to our imagination with emerging new styles like surrealism. Fast forward 20 years. When Alexander Bell won the first US patent for the telephone in 1876, many people, especially intellectuals and social commentators, feared that it would be the end of in-person meeting. After all, who would make the effort to meet in person when they can simply call? Today, people continue to meet in person regardless of the fact that they spend so much time on their smartphones. The value of in-person meeting was no longer in exchanging information. It became first and foremost a socialization and relationship-building experience. The Industrial Revolution brought machines into factories, weaving looms, assembly lines, steam engines. Skilled artisans saw their world change overnight. But again, the outcome wasn't replacement. It was transformation. Those who adapted found new roles: supervisors, technicians, engineers. Entire industries grew around innovation. The same thing happened when computers entered the workspace. In the 1980s, people feared word processors would eliminate the need for secretaries or typists. Instead, we saw the rise of modern office professionals, administrators, project coordinators, digital creatives. Over 25 years ago, when I applied to university, we had to write an essay as an entry exam. The topic was, "Will the mouse eat the book?" implying that computers might replace print media. Today, people still write, publish, and read books. When I bought Graffiti Studio in 2007, it was struggling financially and almost bankrupt. It was a small music recording studio in the era when pretty much all musicians already had PCs and audio software, recording their music at home. We turned this threat into an opportunity. We reconsidered and redefined the market value that we create and introduced new services to new and existing markets. In 2024, Graffiti Studio was ranked in top 5 of the largest LSPs in Central and Eastern Europe by the CSA research. I recently gave an interview for Channel News in which we discussed the topic of AI. With the journalist Romina Rodriguez, we gave it a good laugh at how a recording studio that should have been closed long ago is reviewed in a magazine that should have not been printed. None of these disruptions replaced the existing constructs, but rather redefined them. These industries needed to change, and the way they all did it was to rethink the value they created to stay relevant. Disruption doesn't replace you, but it changes how your value is perceived. Now, I'm not saying that change is easy, but it is natural. And history shows us those who move with disruption tend to shape the future. Those who fight it risk being left behind. And here's the opportunity. Unlike the generations before us, we have insight. We can see the disruption as it's happening. We can prepare, we can pivot, and we can lead. That's why I'm doing this series. Not just to comment on what's happening, but to give you tools and frameworks for what to do next. In the videos ahead, we will look at how to reevaluate your position in the value chain, redefine your value proposition in the light of AI and automation, and implement real change inside your organization or career. Disruption isn't the end, it's the invitation to evolve. I am Nick Ivanov. Thanks for joining me. And if this helps shift your perspective, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone in your team or in your network who might need to hear it too. Because we are in this together, and the future of our industry is brighter than it might seem. See you in the next video.